On this exciting mini-episode, it's Sybil Granger versus Albert Sanders. Who you got? It's a special audio edition of my Perry Mason Season 1 Defendants Tournament. Now, on the Perry Pod. Welcome, everyone. I'm your humble host, Jonathan Searcy. Before we move on to Season 4 of Perry Mason, I thought I'd finish out our Season 1 Defendants Tournament. The setup, I'd put all 40 of Season 1's defendants into a bracket. They're facing off against each other for the crown of Season 1 champion. My criteria, pretty simple. 1, was the defendant memorable? 2, was the defendant the most compelling guest star in the case? 3, did Perry respect the defendant? And number 4, do we have any other history with this actor or actress who portrayed the defendant? You'll see how it works soon enough. I'm not ranking the episodes. My fave Season 1 episode, The Case of the Screaming Woman, but it only has a so-so defendant, Leona Walsh. I don't really care for The Case of the Fiery Fingers, but Nora Mae Quincy made it into the second round. In this mini episode, Sybil Granger wants to fight for her man, but doesn't expect a dead body to get in the way. Will she win back her adulterous accomplice? And Albert Sanders is down and out, but that doesn't mean he's dealing smack. I'm sorry, Joe Gibbs has just told me the correct slang is snow. Will Albert bounce back, or will he get snowed under? It's a nervous accomplice meeting a hesitant hostess. Let's see who comes out on top. Category 1. Was the defendant memorable? Sybil Granger, one of the best. I mean, how many defendants does Perry say this to?
Oh, Mr. Mason, he's worth fighting for. You just can't give up 15 years of married life, of love and companionship, of being part of another person, just because one of you makes a silly mistake.
You're a very unusual woman. I'll do everything I can to help.
A woman who doesn't just whine about her philandering husband, but actively tries to get him back. More than that, she puts her money where her mouth is. It's all memorable. For his part, Albert Sanders is Perry's first pro bono client, a court-appointed defendant who has no family and no cash. He lost his family in a car accident when he fell asleep behind the wheel, a story Perry knows well.
You think it's a waste of time?
What I think or feel doesn't make any difference. Anyway, who cares?
You know, you've been a good many things, Saunders, but never a quitter.
How would you know?
Oh, I've made a few inquiries.
He likes music. He gets a gig at a local record store. Yes, memorable. Advantage? Sybil, but only because she's an absolute star. Sorry, Albert. Category 2. Was the defendant the most compelling non-permanent character in the case? Sure, Sybil is great, but The Case of the Nervous Accomplice is no one-woman show. There's George Lutz, the gunned-down skinflint.
So you had to buy steak at $1.34 a pound. What's the matter with you? You think I'm made of money?
There's Roxy Jarvis, the woman with the eye on big cash, and Sybil's husband.
Roxy.
Change your mind?
I ought to kill you.
And then, of course, Herbert Dean, a classic put-upon son-in-law. But let's not kid ourselves. Sybil, ya outshine 'em all. The Case of the Hesitant Hostess has its share of compelling characters. There's gum-smacking, snow-trafficking, murder-committing Joe Gibbs.
I'd send them to different countries on modeling assignments. They'd get a load of snow and then bring it back in.
As well as Paul-dating, blow-taking hostess Inez Kaler. I wouldn't put Albert above either of them, but he's not completely lost in the episode. Advantage 2 up, 2 down for Sybil Granger. Category 3. Does Perry respect the defendant? Roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's run that Sybil clip again.
You're a very unusual woman. I'll do everything I can to help.
Does Perry have anything similar to say to Albert? Well, Perry doesn't have to take Albert's case, but does so after a little digging into his past. And then he gives him some really good advice. And then he arranges for Albert's employment when the case is over.
Yeah, he likes music. This way you can listen to it all day and still get paid.
Again, not too shabby, but old Al's going up against a juggernaut. Advantage, Sybil's on a roll. Category 4. Finally, do we have a prior history with the actor or actress? Maggie Hayes, 3 other episodes. Ominous outcast, clumsy clown, reluctant model. Fred Sherman, only in 1 episode of Perry. This one. Advantage, Sybil! Final verdict, Sybil's our winner. Congratulations, Sybil. Your prize is a second honeymoon with Bruce and a fabulous real estate deal so that Bruce won't be tempted to get in any more prospecting situations with Foxy Roxy. We hope the music store does you right, Albert. Vinyl's making a comeback. As for the rest of you, may you keep on walking that Park Avenue beat!